I hate what AEW has become. Egos out of control, celebrating when there's no need to celebrate, and dancing and partying when there's no need for dancing and partying. I cannot stand it anymore.
Oh, say less.
What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope having a blessed weekend if you're watching this. Before I get into this review for AEW Dynamite, just want to do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble. Now I have 264 subs here on the channel. Still crazy to me. Like how I got like over 200 with like almost 300 within a week. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. You know, I'm still getting views on that Hurt Syndicate video, which again, I got plenty of more booking videos I plan on doing. Just shit that I would like to see. And it seems that there's plenty of people out there that would like to see it as well. So thank you. Thank you to all the subs that keep on subbing. I appreciate it. I truly do. So with that said, let's get into it. First, we get a video package from the BCC. Alright, this is probably Jon Moxley's best promo of all time. Easily. This is better than the promo he did on Punk when he was talking about how fragile Phil is and that he wasn't going to be there long. And turns out he was correct. This man's a prophet. But Moxley says that someone has to take accountability of the downfall of this company. So I'll be that person. I'll take responsibility. Because people don't know what the fuck I'm about. Alright? I have a dream. You know, I want this to be the land of opportunity. Wrestling has given me everything I ever wanted in my life. And I want that for others. You know, we got AEW, over 150 people here getting a big ass paycheck with their dick in their hand. What will happen? Where would they go? What would they do? See, I hate what AEW has become. And real quick, I stop it here because how you feels about AEW is how I feel about pro wrestling as a whole. Because it can be so much better than what the fuck it is. And I'm not talking about, you know, Japanese wrestling because it is what it is. Even though New Japan is hurting because AEW jacked all their top talent. Alright, but companies like Stardom, Mari Gold, TJPW, Noah, they're all doing okay over there. As far as indies, you got companies like fucking GCW, House of Glory, one of my favorites, DPW, shout out to Deadlock, who know what they are and they do what they do. My main source of hatred goes towards the WWE. AEW is secondary because of the goofy shit that they do, and TNA doesn't even matter because people don't watch. Alright? But for WWE, they can be so much fucking better than what they are, and where they are right now. Alright? If it wasn't for the fact that they got the wrong people in charge and they're pushing the wrong people at the top. That's the main fucking issue. And you can say the same thing about AEW, except for Khan, he just refuses to get help. Or he just continues to book for the sickos. And look what that's gotten you. You've been on a downward spiral ever since. And you got someone like Moxley who's tired. But Moxley says that there's egos out of control, there's celebrating where there's no need to be celebrating, there's dancing and partying when there shouldn't be any dancing and partying, and I'm sick of it. I can't fucking stand it. I'll burn down this forest and I'll find another one where I can see the future as it should be. Alright? You're more than welcome to come with us. But if you don't, stand down. Get out of the way. Alright, what's the need to know? What's the new paradigm shift? I'll tell you. You work for me now. And that's pretty much it. So, again, like, this is easily the best shit Moxley has done here in AEW. Alright, I'm interested to see where it goes, how the ship plays out. Alright, so we move on. Next, we get a promo from Adam No Arms Cole. He says how fake MJF is, how he pretends to be this tough guy, so cool, calm and collected, but when you go online and you say anything negative towards MJF, he ends up in a fetal position in the corner of his bedroom. He then says how everybody here at AEW hates MJF. I hate MJF. I hate the way you look, I hate the way you talk, I hate the fact that I have to share the same oxygen with you. So why don't you bring your sorry ass down here to this ring? You can show me how much of a man you think you are, and I can whoop your punk ass here in San Jose. What do you say, bro Chacho? We didn't see MJF on a Titantron, and he says how much he hates Adam Cole as well. Because it's because of you, I can no longer trust anybody. And now I have this big ass void in my heart. And I know more than anything, you want to get revenge on me. Even though it was you who turned on me. You sat me in the back. And yet these heathens chant your name. Typical. So I'm gonna do the same thing and leave you with a void. I know you want more than anything to beat me within an inch of my life. But it's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna keep on dangling this sweet little carrot of revenge for my own amusement. And within that empty, sad, pathetic, lonely ass life, you will die with that void. And you can thank me later. Cole then says, you can run, but you can't hide. And I swear this to you with every fiber of my being. When I get my hands on you, MJF, I'm gonna give you the ass beating of a lifetime. I'm gonna make you wish that we never met. And that's it. So, good exchange between the two. MJF makes a valid point, as it was Cole who turned on MJF. But yeah, people were cheering Adam Cole. You know what I mean? You know, they're both baby faces at that time. You know, but it's just one of those, you know, Adam got injured. And again, I forgot Adam was still there. When he comes back, he's been away so long that you can't help but cheer. It's like, oh shit, it's Adam Cole. I mean, like, wow, I didn't know you're still here. So that creates a question of who's really the baby face in this feud. I'll let you guys decide in the comment section. If you comment, that is. You know what I mean? Like, I hardly ever get comments in these fucking reviews. But if you do, please let me know. Alright? But we move on. We see, hi guys, I'm the learning tree. Mr. Chris Jericho backstage. He says how he feels vindicated. Renee was like, vindicated? Acting like she didn't know what that meant. So that's why I'm trying not to laugh, guys. She's like, vindicated? But Jericho was like, let me explain to you, Renee. Alright, this is the week of Jericho. I'm starring in the blockbuster film Terrifier 3. Fozzie's on tour selling out venues worldwide. And I had Mark Briscoe beat at Wrestle Dream. He cheated like the coward that he is. So I'm issuing a rematch for the ROH World Championship, and I anticipate your response, Mark, because mark my words, I will be the 2-time ROH champion, just like Jay Briscoe. Thanks, Mark. That's it. Renee then teleports to Mark Briscoe to get his comments. Mark says, well, you know, Renee, I whooped Chris Jericho's ass all up and down that dumbass tree of his at Wrestle Dream. But it seems Chris Jericho hasn't learned his lesson because he needs to keep my brother's name out his fucking mouth. So I tell you what, come next week, I'm going to defend this ROH World Championship in a match. But not just any match, it's going to be a ladder war. But tonight, my boys FTR, they're gonna whoop Big Bill, the Bad Apple, all up and down that ring here in San Jose. Yeah, that's basically it. So that leads us to the first match of tonight, and that's FTR versus Big Bill and the Bad Apple, Brian Keith. Decent tag team match, but I'm just going to fast forward to the finish. FTR hits the Shatter Machine on Bad Apple for the 1, 2, 3. After the match, we see Los Ingobernables de Facción. They're back there looking at the TV, scoping out the competition. Bruce is like, that's our next target, SA. We need to take them out so we can take over this division. And then we see the Outrunners coming out. Huge pop. Alright, people love the Outrunners because they're awesome. Alright, and this is the feud I want to see on Dynamite. I want to see the Outrunners go over. Alright, I don't want to see that bullshit that happened on Collision to where the better tag team of GYV having a job out to these assholes. FTR ain't doing shit besides from Dax Harwood beefing with a fucking YouTuber. I'm just saying, so they need to do business, put over Outrunner so that they can capture the tag team titles. Right? Either it's them or it's Private Party. Alright? One of those two tag teams need to fucking win. That's all I'm saying. So we move on. Speaking of tag teams that don't need to win, here's everybody does not love the Acclaim. Billy Gunn says that we're about to go to the gym. I'm out. Talk to these guys. Alright, then Max and fucking Bowen says some shit. I don't remember what the fuck he said. It was irrelevant. But what matters is that MVP Shelton Benjamin comes showing up. MVP was like, look, you guys want to take yourself serious? Alright, stop all this scissoring bullshit. Take my card. Max accepts the card and they leave. And you got Bowens looking at him like, yo, what the fuck was that? He's like, why are you taking this card? Now, this is interesting because I did a video about this insecure schmuck right here that is Max Caster. And he was bitching about Shelton Benjamin coming to AEW. Talking about, oh, we don't want you here. Like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, speak for yourself. Alright, I want Shelton Benjamin here, and he is all elite. So I'm like, you ain't talking all that shit now, are you, Max? He's right there in the flesh. Wait, Shelton smacked the shit out of you. Alright, know your place. Alright, so this be interesting if Max ends up joining the Hurt Syndicate. You know, I wanted Bowens originally to turn on Max, but this other way around, hey, that works too. It's interesting. So we'll see how this shit plays out. I'm all for the Acclaim splitting up and doing their own things. I'm all for it. So we shall see how this plays out. We move on. Next, we get a title match for the TBS Championship. The challenger, Queen Aminata versus CEO, Miss Mercedes Moné. Alright, fast forward, we see one of the best moves in the match, seeing Aminata shaking what her mama gave her right in front of Moné's face. No, that's that wee, you know what I mean, with all that cake back there. Fast forward, we see Aminata hits a fallaway slam to Moné here. Fast forward again, Aminata hits a headbutt to Camille. Then Moné hits a drop toe hold to Aminata using the steel steps. She then does a Meteora into the steel steps onto Aminata. Fast forward, it's probably the best move from Moné here in this match. She does a sunset, kind of like a sunset bomb into the turnbuckle. Like, that was sick. Wait, that was a sick spot. I like it. She then does another Meteor into the corner. Alright, for 2 count. And fast forward again. Alright, does a snap mirror into another Meteor for a 2 count. Alright, then we see Camille getting involved, trying to choke her out. You know, cashing in her receive from earlier. Fast forward, Aminata hits that air raid crash. I think that's what it's called for 2 count. Alright, fast forward, Aminata hits a sunset flip of her own into a backslide into what I believe is her best move personally. It's that swinging snap fisherman neckbreaker that she does. It's fucking sick. I love the way she executes it every single time, man. Looks devastating. That needs to be her finisher, in my opinion. Fast forward, Aminata locks in some type of submission, I don't know what the fuck you call this hold, into the rolling cradle for the 2 count. Alright, fast forward, she hits a snap suplex. Fast forward again, Moné hits the Meteora off the turnbuckle to Aminata. She then hits the bank statement. I think that's what it's called, or the statement maker. I guess that's what it's called now. And fucking Aminata taps it. It's still the TBS champion, Mercedes Moné. Shocker. You know, I will say this was a good match. I enjoyed it. So here's the thing. Now, if Monet wrestled like this consistently, week after week, defending both her belts, because when the fuck is she gonna defend her New Japan Strong Women's title? I'm just saying. She did that on a consistent basis, I'll put Mercedes over like I am right now. I wouldn't have no fucking issues with Monet. Alright, it's just a consistency. Especially with how much fucking money she's making. You fucking damn right she's be wrestling every fucking week or every other week. Fuck out of here. But this was a great match, and even she looked good out here. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe it was the red hair because I'm a sucker for redheads, but she looked good out here. Always looks good. Always. That's a fine ass woman right there. So yeah, I enjoyed this match. Solid performances for both these ladies. So we move on. Next, we see the Jobber Party and the Young Hucks backstage. Young Hucks tell them, look, you guys lost for a third time. You fucking suck. You're never, ever getting a shot at these titles. Again. They leave, and Soapy Hathaway shows up, and he was like, look, y'all two been here since the Obama administration, and y'all haven't done shit since. And to keep it 100, we all know Isaiah Cassidy is the real star here in this tag team. Moving on, we get a promo from the Elite. The Elite. Alright. Only thing that happens here is they wish Kenny Omega happy birthday. And happy belated birthday to the cleaner himself. Right, they put some fucking pig intestines onto some fucking bullshit cake. And Okada says, happy birthday, bitch. That's it. We move on. Next, we get a 6-man tag team match between the Conglomeration versus the Elite. The Elite. I don't give two fucks about this match. We're just gonna fast forward to the finish, which is Wheeler Yuta, or Wheeler Jobber, or Jobber Yuta, whatever you want to call him. It's a psycho knee to Orange Cassidy. Then we see the rest of the BCC coming through. Claudio hits a big boot to Jobber Romero. Real pungy Vice. Like I said every time. Alright. And we see the Elite. They're looking like, oh man, what the fuck's going on? What do we do? Pac then hits a pump kick to Kyle O'Reilly. He then chokes him out on the outside. BCC then stomps a mud hole into Orange Cassidy. Then we see Dante Martin coming out. Gets a springboard senton. Claudio. The rest of the top flight coming out for the save for Orange Cassidy. But Claudio picks up Dante and just throws his ass outside the ring. Get the fuck out of here. That's the fuck he did. Moxley takes out Andretti with an elbow to the back of the head. Marina chokes out Darius. Moxley hits the pendulum shift DDT to Darius. He's out of here. And we see the Dark Order coming out. Reynolds is yelling at the Elite, like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Go out there and help. Stop looking like idiots. But we see Moxley put Evil Jobber to sleep. Pac takes out Silvers. And we see Jungle Jobber telling the Elite, man, fuck that shit. That has nothing to do with us. Who gives a fuck? Let's go. Elite bounces. We see Reynolds getting choked out by Marina with his own belt. BCC leaves. We see the carnage in the ring. And what they're doing is the BCC trying to trim the fat. But there's a lot of fat that needs to be trimmed. Even though they have part of the problem in Wheeler Yuta in the group. But, I digress. Alright, then we see the rest of the Cavalry, Private Party, Private Jobbers, Jobber Party, whatever you want to call them. And DG, Danny Garcia, coming out for the save. Alright, to help out Orange Cassidy. We then go backstage. We see DG and Private Party confront the Elite. And then we see Jungle Jobber trying to buck up to DG. He's trying to intimidate him, but he just comes out looking sus by trying to headbutt him. But it was poorly executed because he's a vanilla midget, so it doesn't work. Especially when Daniel Garcia towers over you. Alright, and Daniel Garcia was like, why don't y'all do something, huh? Yeah, you created this place 5 years ago. It's going to shit. Why don't y'all shut the fuck up, huh? Instead of being lazy. Why don't you do something? Alright. And Daniel Garcia was like, look, if you got my back, Private Party, I got yours. And for real. That's on me. And Isaiah was like, hey, anytime, dog, we got you, bruh. Now we move on to the debut of the gold standard. Ain't no stopping me now. Mind Digger, Shelton Benjamin. Alright. He comes out to a good pop. I don't know about the theme song, I'm like, I had to listen to it on my own at some point to really get a good feel for it. But I'm like, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. You know what I mean? But he comes out looking like $1 million. And mind you, this man's almost 50 years old. It's 5 decades in. And he's in better shape than like 80% of the roster. You know what I mean? That's fucking sad. But his first match is against someone that he knows very well, and Lio Rush. They were telling a classic story of power versus speed. Alright, we're getting dual "Let's Go Shout" and Lio Rush chants here in the beginning. So we can fast forward, Lio hits the double heel kick to Shelton. Fast forward, Shelton just leaps up and kicks the shit out of Lio Rush. I think he was trying to go for a knee strike, but ended up looking like he just ends up kicking him. Like, just kicks him right in the fucking face. Alright, so you fast forward, Shelton hits an overhead belly to belly to Lio on the outside. We see MVP talking to shit, telling Lio to stay down. Just stay down, take the count out, take the easy way out, man, because you have no chance in winning. And we see Layla Gray's sexy ass trying to tell Lio to get his punk ass up and back in that ring. Get back into the fight. Alright, fast forward, see Shelton does like a hard Irish whip to Lio into the turnbuckle, and Lio goes flying. Sells the hell out of it. We see MVP talking more shit, and he's like, see, I tried to tell you, you too damn stubborn to know when to quit while you're ahead. Right, and Layla was like, you know, don't give up, don't listen to him. MVP was like, know your place, woman, shut up. Shut up. He did say that, he said, know your place, woman, shut up. Fast forward, we see Shelton hits the gorilla / military press to Lio back into the ring. Fast forward, we see Lio, he tries to go for the springboard stunner, but he botches it, but still manages to pull it off. And then fast forward again, Lio Rush hits not one tope suicidas, but 2, back to back. Fast forward, Shelton hits that classic dragon whip kick that he does, or he used to do all the time, and then WWE here to Lio Rush. And I like how Excalibur didn't know the name of it. It's like, motherfucker, it's called a dragon whip. like, you know, all these Japanese moves, how the fuck you not know that move? If you fast forward, Lio hits the RKO out of nowhere to Shelton. He then hits a schoolboy tornado kick to Shelton into a around the world satellite DDT for the 2 count. At this point, was like, MVP was like, 2 count? Really? Like, man, stop playing with this boy and finish his ass off. Alright, put him down for good. Alright, so Lio, he climbs up the top rope, and then we see Shelton climb up the turnbuckle, Kurt Angle style, to the avalanche arm drag. And the crowd was into this match. Alright, I think later on, as the match progressed, and the crowd was like fully getting behind Shelton here, as they should. Alright, so Shelton hits a release German suplex, just launches this dude into the air. Lio sells the hell out of it. Crowd chants, one more time, one more time, one more time. So he does it again. It's another release German suplex. Lio sells the hell out of it. Shelton then hits a nasty, and I do mean a nasty, thrust kick to Lio here. He sells it. He's done. Alright. But Shelton tries to go for like a pop-up flatliner from looks of it, but he kind of botched it here. So it didn't look good. Wasn't clean. But Shelton picks his ass up, hits a T-bone suplex for the 1, 2, 3. I like how commentary didn't really know the name of Shelton's moves here. Like going, oh, it's an exploder suplex. It's the T-bone suplex. He's been doing it for fucking years. Come on, man. Wait, step your game up, commentary. Alright, this is why people shit on AEW's commentary. Alright, I expect better from these guys. Alright, but this was easily the match of the night. Alright, see MVP, he hands he slips Lio Rush one of his business cards. He grabs a mic. He says, like, see, Lio here was youthful exuberance put on a fine display, but it was no match for the power that is the standard of excellence that is Shelton Benjamin. And I could come out here and say something eloquent. It will pale in comparison to the prowess that we just seen from Shelton. Alright, and if you're looking to swerve, this is your future. Alright, but it's not too late for us to talk business. The crowd chants, "Whose house? Swerve's house. Whose house? Swerve's house. Whose house? Swerve's house." MVP says, "How the fuck is it his house when his house burned down?" Was an excellent question, and the crowd had no answer for it. So MVP says, "I'll tell you what, Swerve, since you won't be so damn hard-headed, why don't you go up against the new standard here in AEW, that is Shelton Benjamin." Alright, so I guess in like 2 weeks, or I don't think it's next week, I think it's like 2 weeks from now, we're gonna get the match between Shelton Benjamin and Swerve Strickland. Alright, and I already fear that they're gonna feed Shelton the Swerve here as part of the story. It is what it is. As much as I want Shelton to go over here, because this was easily match of the night. Shelton looks like he could go another 5 years, no problem. And big ups to Leo Rush here as well. I already know how good he is. Alright, that's why he was a great choice to be Shelton's first opponent here. Because this was a showcase for Shelton Benjamin, and he did an excellent job of doing so. But that's all that happened here, so we move on. Next, we get a promo from Don Callis' family. Don says that he had to recruit the monster that is the Murder Hawk, Lance Archer, and he also had to recruit the new ROH television champion who had a right or wrong from weeks ago, defeating Atlantis Jr., that is the Machine, Brian Cage. We have 2 more members that I would like to bring out here right now, and that's Kyle "By God" Fletcher and the new international champion, the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshi. Right, so they come out, and we see Konosuke finally cutting a promo. He says, "I will defend this belt all over the world. All the wrestlers, listen up. You want this title? Well, come on, take it." And that's it. I'm like, there you go. Like, talk your shit, Konosuke, man, you got it. Alright, and then we hear from the proto star himself, Kyle Fletcher. And he says, like, all I've been hearing all this time is Will Ospreay this, Will Ospreay that. And you want to know why I did? Too bad. Because the crowd was booing the shit out of these guys the entire fucking time. Well, they did cheer Konosuke, and as they should, because he is Alpha. Alright, he's the best member in this group. Now you're looking at the new Don Callis family. And come to find out, this is Brian Cage's 5th stable here in AEW. Now here's a problem with the Machine. The problem is that you can't take him seriously, because he's done too many jobs to women and to 100-pound vanilla midgets. Alright, ruined him. Just completely ruined him. Same thing with Lance Archer, the Murder Hawk. Jobs out way too fucking much. And you got the streets calling him a Timu Drew McIntyre. Damn. Like, that is not good. That's no bueno. Why is that? Because Drew McIntyre during that time was a jobber. So I guess it makes sense, because that's what Lance Archer is. A jobber. Or maybe they'll finally push these two. I don't know. We shall see. But I'm interested to see this new Don Callis family. But that's all here, so we move on. Next, we see the current AEW Women's World Champion, the Glamour, sexy Mariah May. And she's livid. She was like, why is it that everybody's talking about Willow, even though I kicked her ass at Wrestle Dream? Why is it that the person I beat to win this title is on the cover of Pro Wrestling Illustrated? Why is it that Mita is still in Japan and I've yet to get my celebration? What the fuck is going on here? This is supposed to be AEW where the best wrestle. Alright, but nah. This is AEW where the best are afraid of the glamour. Alright, it's like, what the fuck does Christopher Daniels even do around here? This guy's terrible. Alright, bring me an opponent. I don't care if it's from Mexico, Africa, Europe, South America. It don't matter. We do see someone step up, and she has a fat ass and a bad attitude. And that's Anna Jay. She gets in her face. Alright, Mariah teases her. Anna tries to slap the shit out of her, but hits Christopher Daniels instead right upside the ear, fucking up his equilibrium. where she apologizes. Christopher is like, I'm okay. I'm alright, it's fine. So we're getting Mariah May versus Anna Jay. May versus Jay. Two of the sexiest women here in AEW. Sign me the fuck up. I'm all for it. Even though Anna Jay doesn't have a chance in hell of going over, it still should be a good match. Alright? Like, Anna Jay, she's the one that needs like a mid-card title. Alright? She could benefit from like winning the TBS championship. Alright? Because they haven't done jack shit of Anna Jay. And I know she's good. Alright? They just gotta give her something to do. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Well, that's all for this segment, so we move on. We see Renee then teleports to Ricochet. He cuts a halfway decent promo by Ricochet standards, but he basically says that whoever wants to step up could come see me in Collision, and you will find out why I am out of this world. Now, here's the thing with Ricochet, man. It's like, when I listen to him cut these promos, it's like he's trying to convince himself of the shit that he's trying to convey to the audience. Like, he doesn't believe in what he's saying. You know what I mean? Or he tried to say it, like, he looks like he said these lines like 1,000 times in the mirror. It's like, we say this, and this. Okay. We say this, and this. Okay. No, maybe I should say that. That sounds better. Or I should say this. No, let me stick with this. I'm like, bro, just be yourself. You got this, man. It's like, you've been to WWE, but yet you learned nothing. Like, how do you not learn anything on how to cut a promo in your time there? That's crazy to me. Alright, just be yourself, man. Just be natural. Like, why is it you got Mariah May cutting better promos than you, man? Like, just be yourself. That's it. But we move on to seeing some ruckus going on backstage. Alright, we see Daria still getting choked out by Marina Shafir. Action Andretti does a body splash to everybody, trying to wipe them out. Pac takes out Action Andretti with that case he's been carrying around. We see Moxley's trying to rip off John Silver's face. These guys dip out. Alright, we see Silver's chasing after them. And Evil Uno cuts the best promo so far in his career. He says, BCC, you want to keep coming after us? You want to take food off our plates? You want to take food off Alex Brown's plates? John Silver's plates and my plates? Alright, we've been here since day one. We don't work for you. We work for AEW. So it doesn't matter if it was Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, in a parking lot. We're coming after you. Top Flight cuts a decent promo themselves. They're like, BCC, you think you run shit around here? Well, you gotta go through teams like us. We're tired of your bullshit. No, we represent the good here in AEW. You're trying to take that all away. So I tell you what, we're gonna come after those trios titles because we want them and we need them. Alright, I'm like, is Darius gonna say something? And you're not gonna say anything? No, you're just gonna stand there, try and look menacing? Okay. Alright, I got you. And that's it. And now we move on to the main event. Alright, and that's, we got the Switchblade, Jay Caucasian, aka Jay White, versus the Patriarch, the father of AEW, Mr. Christian Cage. So we fast forward, we see Christian on the outside saying a quick prayer with his family. How wholesome. Alright, we fast forward, see Switchblade does an Irish whip to Christian to the turnbuckle here. Fast forward again, he does a modified Indian deathlock to Christian. Christian gets out of it. Alright, see, call me Nick Wayne. Grabs a sealed chair. Juice Robinson yanks that shit from him. Rick Knox sees it. He was like, you two, get the fuck out of here. Go on, get. Crowd was booing, but the Bang Bang Gang says, alright, we gotta leave, or we're taking Nick Wayne too. So they drag his ass up out of there, and we see the MILF AEW Mama Wayne, who leaves to go rescue her son. Fast forward, we see Jay Caucasian hits the Gore Buster to Christian on the ring apron. Fast forward, we see Christian just tossing around Jay through the barricades on the outside. Right. Fast forward, he has a roll in to break the count because it wasn't the referee that was counting, it was the crowd. They were like 8, 9. Christian rolls back in, he rolls out, tells him to fuck off. Alright, they get back into the ring, and then crowd chants, ref, you suck. Ref, you suck. Ref, you suck. Because he does. Because why the fuck you outside, man? You keep your happy ass in the ring and you count to 10. Once you reach 10 and you don't make it, it's a double count out. That's how it works. So big ups to San Jose for calling that out. We fast forward, Christian hits a net breaker. Fast forward, Jay hits a small package or inside cradle pin for 2 count. Fast forward, see Christian does that signature choke, like using the rope that he always does. And fast forward, Jay Irish whips Christian to steel steps. Christian was like, I ain't taking that fucking bump, fuck that. So he just bumps over the steel steps. Alright, fast forward again, they were fighting back and forth, the yay, boo, yay, boo, now that shit that they always do. Alright, Jay does a back body drop to Christian here. Fast forward, Jay goes for the 10 punches in the corner, but he gets it this time using Christian's turtleneck, because he tried to do it earlier, but Christian just threw his ass off to the outside. So he does 10 punches, he does 15 actually this time. He gets down, lifts up Christian's shirt and just chops the shit out of him. Fast forward, hits a DDT, 2 count. When fast forward again, Christian hits an inverted DDT on the ring apron to Jay Caucasian here. Fast forward, Christian hits the tornado DDT off the turnbuckle to Jay here. Tries to line up a spear. We see Kip Sabian getting involved, and then we see Adam Page behind Christian. Jay manages to dodge a spear, hits a spinning Uranagi for the 2 count. Fast forward, Christian hits the Unprettier for the 2 count. Fast forward, Christian is talking his shit, mocking Jay. Jay slaps the shit out of him, then hits a snap flatliner. So fast forward, Christian hits that diving headbutt that he does off the top rope. He tries to go for a spear, but Kip Sabian gets involved again. But this time, we see Adam Page, he gets involved, hits buckshot lariat to Jay Caucasian. Christian takes advantage for the 1, 2, 3. So your winner is Christian Cage. He looks on the outside. We see Adam Page, he's on his Dexter Lumis shit here. Christian doesn't care because he won. And that's it. So this was a good episode overall. I enjoyed it for the most part. Way better than Raw. Raw was horrendous. Absolute garbage. So this was good shit here on the show. Interested to see where this BCC shit goes. Hopefully they protect Shelton Benjamin. Even though they're probably going to feed him Swerve because it's too predictable. And I've seen people who were upset that, the best in the world, Jamie Hayter, wasn't on Dynamite. And I'm like, hey man, I don't know. It just tells me that Comment has no plans for her on Dynamite. Or maybe they just want to separate her and Britt Baker, even though Baker, fucking just arbitrarily appears on these shows. So I don't fucking know, man. It's I don't know why Avina can't defend her title here on these shows or on an AEW pay-per-view. I don't know why they have Jamie Hayter cutting her first promo on Rampage. These are all valid questions that I have no answer to. I don't know. Well, yeah. If you watched this week's episode, let me know how you felt in the comment section. Love it, hate it, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's all the same to me. I just want to see the engagement and the feedback from you guys. Right. As far as the next video, I'm going to try to knock out the TNA review later on today. I got the Royal Quest review probably tomorrow. And I plan on doing a video of the women's tag team titles granted. Right, because I need to do a video about something that pissed me off. Alright, and got Meltzer at it again. Alright, you got this dude talking about how Kinosuke versus Ospreay versus Ricochet was the greatest triple threat of all time. So best believe I'm doing a video to absolutely roast that garbage, this nonsense. So I'll be dropping that as soon as I can, but I waste enough of your guys' time. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, trust in God. I'm out of here. Till next time, adios.